What is up, guys? We are back with another weekly members poll gameplay where I asked the members of the channel which hero I should play and which villain I should play, and you guys all voted for Adam Warlock here. And then for the villain, you guys all voted for the Hood here. So yeah, I'm super excited for this matchup. Thank you so much to all your members. I really appreciate you guys. I also asked for suggestions for which module sets and the villain to face, and I'll give huge shout outs here to Alexis, who suggested I take on the Thunderbolts module set here. Adding in 7 Thunderbolts modules that from the Agents of Shield for this scenario here against the Hood, because when you're facing the Hood, you need to select 7 modular encounter sets. So we have the 7 Thunderbolt ones here. So we have the ones from the Silk and Shuri hero pack, which is Atlas and Joystick. And then we also have the 5 from the Agents of Shield expansion with like Black Widow and all of them. And guys, I do want to apologize. So I recorded this video and my mic did not work. It kept cutting in and out. So I am re-recording, like voicing over right now, and just gonna narrate for you guys. I think Cecily, my cat, I saw her biting down on the mic. I think she broke it. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Let me know. Hopefully this will be okay. But I'm just gonna voice over and go over my decisions and everything, so you guys kind of know what I'm doing here. Luckily, I can read all the cards on the screen, so hopefully everything will go well. I also give huge shouts to Nar Antlers, who suggested I take on the Hood with the Infinity Gauntlet here. So we are doing Expert Hood with the Infinity Gauntlet because he showed me a video showing that it's very thematic, because in the comics, the Hood actually had the Infinity Gauntlet for a period of time. So yeah, we have that here. So Infinity Gauntlet is a permanent attachment, +1 scheme, +1 attack for the Hood. Each time it activates, we trigger all the stones in play. If there are none, then we put the top card of the stone deck into play. So for the main scheme setup, it says to choose one set aside Mars at random. So we're gonna roll the dice for it. So we got a 2, which would just be the second one in our stack of Mars sets, which is Joystick here. So we're going to shuffle in that Joystick Mars set into the counter deck. And yeah, so I think I just shuffled that in right here. And then the Hood also has a one review to also add another module set into the encounter deck. So we roll a die again here for a 5. So 5 is going to be the 5th one, right? So we're just going to do 1, 2, 3, 5. And I think the Radioactive Man is the 5th one there. Yeah, just because we have 6 left. So it's going to be second to last one. It's going to be Radioactive Man. So we shuffled that into the encounter deck here. And then, yeah, I'm just going to basically shuffle here. Yeah, thank you so much once again to all our channel members. I really appreciate you guys. And yeah, I'm excited to, showcase my Adam Warlock deck here, the Puppet Master against the Hood. So I am playing Adam Warlock in the pool aspect. So we advance the main scheme in stage 1B. And the one reviewed here, it comes in with one initial threat. The one reviewed is to resolve the Hood's foul playability in player order. Since we're the only player, we just have to resolve it just for ourselves. So foul play is a special. Discard the top 2 cards of the encounter deck after we're done shuffling. Do the first card, discard this way that does not belong to the Hood's encounter set to yourself as a face down encounter card. So we discard top 2 cards here, which is an Assault and Radiation Exposure. So the Assault is the first card discard that does not belong to the Hood's encounter set. So we gotta do ourselves that as a face down encounter card. So we're starting this off with one face down encounter card already. Sorry about that, guys. That is Sesame. She is running around right now. And then we have set up the Infinity Gauntlet. So we have the 6 Infinity Stones right there. We're going to shuffle, these guys and create the Infinity Stone deck. And then it's a separate deck from the encounter deck. So we're just going to set it right next to the encounter deck. We're all randomized. And yeah, so basically every single time after the Hood activates, we'll flip the top card of the stone deck into play if there are no stones. And if there is a stone in play, then we resolve the special of all the stones that are in play. Then we're done there. So now we're going over our deck a little bit. This is the Puppet Master deck, but I made a few changes here for the Hood. So normally my deck works very well against Stalwart, but since Hood does not have Stalwart, I want to put some Stuns and Confuse in there to counter against the Hood because of his Infinity Gauntlet, right? Because each time he activates, he gets to trigger special. So if he's Stunned or Confused, then he'll have less activations and less Infinity Gauntlet procs. So I added in a few stuns in there to counteract against that. And we're just going to shuffle up our player deck here. So whenever we're doing mulligans, we are looking for the pool triple resource, right? That's the #1 thing that we want when we're taking on the Hood or taking on any scenario with this deck is just getting Adam Warlock built out. He is a build out hero, so he doesn't need to get his stuff in play. So shuffled up here, we got a lot of resources with this first hand, if I remember correctly. Yeah, okay, so we got all 3 of the basic doubles, and we got 1 pool triple. We have Mystic Senses and Mariha, which are both good cards that we want to play. We know we have an assault as an encounter card, so I want to get at least 2 allies out to block for us, or else it could be a little bit tough. So we definitely want to hold on to Maria Hill. And I think here I want to double for her, and I want to double for Mystic Senses. And I mulligan. I'm gonna mulligan 1 double there, the energy, just because I want to get something else to play. So I'm hoping for like a 3 cost, 4 cost card to play with that self control there. And I drew into the cape, and I do not like the cape. Most of my Adam Warlock games, I don't play the cape. I just don't feel like it's that good for Adam Warlock because he doesn't really need to use his basic activation. So I played Maria Hill with the double there, and I drew into Mansion, which is perfect, right? So now we can use the triple resource for pool. So self-control says double the number of resources card generates if your identity has to stand less than 5 damage, and triple it if you're at full life. So we have a triple resource here plus the Warlock's cape for 4 resources, so we can play the Avengers Mansion. And then it's going to be rated up. We can exhaust the mansion, choose a player, draw a card. We draw a card for ourselves. And I drew into the Sorcerer Supreme there, which gives us a +1 hand size if we are in hero form, and only Mystics can play this card. So I'm just going to use a double here to play the Sorcerer Supreme. And yeah, this is probably one of the best starts that you can ever get as Adam Warlock. There's really not much better you can get, right, with the Avengers Mansion and the Sorcerer Supreme out. And we have the ally in Maria Hill. The only thing better would be like maybe if we had like Nick Fury with the triple resources, right? Then we could actually like draw a bunch of cards and then still possibly play Maria Hill and the Mansion and the Sorcerer Supreme. But we didn't have as much or another ally. So I Thor for 1 from the main with Warlock, and then Maria Hill just swings for 1 on the hood. Should take console damage and then ready back up in my turn. So we're gonna hold on to Mystic Senses in our hand because we really want to prioritize playing that card with Adam Warlock. Basically for the Mystic Senses, after we resolve Battle Mage, our hero ability, then we can draw a card, which is really good. So we're going to draw back up to our hands of 6 now in hero form, thanks to that Sorcerer Supreme. And yeah, we didn't get any more doubles now because we got all the doubles on turn 1. So we're not really banking on drawing anymore, but we still do have 2 pool triples in our deck. So I do want to try to get into those as this game goes on. But yeah, we're just looking at our hand here, and it's an okay hand. I definitely want to play Dazzler, I think, to get that confused off. But yeah, okay, so we pass over to the hood. He adds 1 threat to the main scheme. Then he's going to attack us with a base of 1 + 1 with the Gauntlet, so 2 attack. And I'm deciding here, do I block with Warlock or just take the attack with Warlock, or I block with Maria Hill because I know he has an Assault as an encounter card. So it's just like, it doesn't, I just got to decide which one. So I just take the attack to the face and I'll have Maria block. Boost is 3. So it does 5 damage to Warlock. That brings from 11 down to 6. So I probably should have blocked that with Maria Hill, but no way to know what the boost would have been. After he activates, he flips the top card of the stone deck into play with the Infinity Gauntlet. So we put the Mind Stone into play here because there are no stones in play. Then he's going to deal with an encounter card for total 2. First one is that Nasty Assault. So now we're going to block with Maria Hill here. And same with the base of 2, boost is 0. So definitely should have just had Maria block the first hit and take the second hit to the face. So only 2 damage on Maria Hill defeats her. Then after he activates, he triggers the Mind Stone. We get confused and we discard it, put it in a separate discard pile of the Infinity Stone discard pile. Then Master Plan is reviewed. So we put 4 threat on each side scheme. If there are no side scheme in play, we discard cards from the counter deck until we get a side scheme and then review that side scheme. So I remember here, we deck out like almost the entire encounter deck there. I think the hood, let me see, we have Radioactive Man. He has a side scheme. We also have that side scheme from that monster as well. So there's 3 or 4 side schemes in there, but they're all at the bottom, I guess. So we just kept milling the entire deck until we got Unbridled Ambition there. So that's not good because we don't want to celebrate, because the hood also celebrates with foul play. So we don't want to get rid of the encounter deck like that, but that's okay. So this is going to be hinder 2 + 2, so 4 threat on there. And then as a forced interrupt, whenever the villain phase begins, each player must resolve the hood's foul play ability in any order. So, or in play order, I mean. So we don't want to let the hood begin the villain phase while that's in play. So we managed to draw a card, and we're just trying to figure out a way to sort this out. And luckily, we do have it in hand, right? If we do Battle Mage, we can discard a card from our hand. If it's an aspect card, we could do that corresponding effect. So we do have arrows here as a justice card that we just drew that we can remove 2 deck from the scheme if we discard a justice card with Battle Mage. And then we can also just play out Dazzler to Thor for 2, which would clear off that super nasty side scheme there. Because basically what the hood is, each time he triggers foul play, it's essentially just more surges, right? Just getting more and more encounter cards, which is not good, and it's accelerates the encounter deck. So we want to mitigate him triggering foul play, that's special on his printed hero card, as often as possible, right? We don't want to do that. So I think I'm just deciding what to do here. and I decide I have to keep one of the cards because it's going to require all my resources to do to remove the 4th threat, because I am confused here. So trigger Battle Mage, discard the Justice card right here. We're going to remove 2 threat from scheme. It is not a threat activation, so even though Warlock is confused, we can still do that 2 threat, which is really nice. So take 2 threat off of the Unbridled Ambition, and then we need to play Dazzler down. So I think I decide to hold on to the Karmic Staff, and I toss the Mystic Sense there because I have another Mystic Sense in the deck. So I play Dazzler for 4. When she enters play, confuse enemy, we confuse the hood, and then Dazzler is probably just going to throw for 2 here and clear off the Unbridled Ambition. So we got rid of that side scheme. She'll take a consequential damage, and now we don't have to trigger that foul play. And then Warlock here is going to be right up. I think the best play is to flip down and just exhaust to recover, because if I draw into my pool triples, I really want to be able to use them, right? And if we get an exhaustion from the counter cards, then we can't recover, right? So let's heal by 3. We go up to 9 life. And then we're going to end our turn here. So we're ready back up. Draw back up to your hands of 6 in Alter Ego. Source Supreme only gives a +1 hands in hero form, so hands will just be regular in Alter Ego. So we draw back up to 6 here. And this is exactly what the deck wants to do. We have a beautiful hand there, guys. We have the pool triple. So when our turn begins, we can recover, use our base recovery, go back to 11 full life. It's a triple resource. Play Beast using the triple and 1 more resource. Beast can grab triple back to our hand, then use it again to play Nick Fury, and that will entirely put the game in our favor. So Hoodster, he adds 1 to the main, then he schemes, but he's confused, so nothing happens. And then he gets an encounter card, which is the exhaustion there. So that ruins our entire plan. We get exhausted and it surges, so now we can't recover. And then for the next encounter card with a surge, we got upper hand in Alter Ego. The Hood schemes, resolve the Hood's foul play ability. Okay, so this is terrible. He has a base scheme stat of 3, so he's going to advance the main scheme right here in 1 go. So pretty nasty there. It doesn't matter what the boost is. It's 2 boosts, so schemes are 5 right now. So yeah, the man's going to advance, and we also resolve the Hood's foul play ability. So let's advance the main scheme there. One review for stage 2A. Choose 1 set aside modular encounter set at random, then shuffle it into the counter deck, and then place 1 acceleration token on the main scheme. So not only is it accelerating, he gets another, or he gets his first permanent acceleration token, which we can never remove, and he's going to get another one whenever that encounter deck decks out, which is really soon. So we're going to roll the dice here. We have, I don't remember, let me see, we did 3. I think we said since there's 5 left, we're going to do 1, 2 as the first one, and then 3, 4 is the second one, right? So we did Black Widow there as the second one. So we just shuffle her into the encounter deck here. And I believe that main scheme stage 2B also makes us do foul play. So even though we just got 2 encounter cards with exhaustion, we're surged into a scheme activation. We're going to get 2 more encounter cards here as well, right? That is what the Hood does. He just a surge fester. 2 initial threat on the main scheme there. And the one reviewed is to resolve the Hood's foul play. And then if you don't get an encounter card, then you place 2 threat on there, which I would actually prefer to not get an encounter card, just place 2 threat. So we shuffle up the encounter deck there. We discard 2 cards. They're both not from the Hood, so we get the first one dealt as an encounter card. Then we resolve the foul play for upper hand or the main scheme because we got to do it twice. So we discard 2 again, and the first one discard will be an encounter card. So we got upper handspring there, and luckily the under fire was this card there, so he doesn't surge again, because then we would have gotten 5 encounter cards if we got the under fire there. Okay, so we did double foul play, and then I forgot, I fixed this later, but I forgot after he schemed to flip a stone with Infinite Gauntlet, but I need to do that too. But I do remember to do that. Playing for keeps is our encounter card. It's a side scheme. Each identity gets +1 hand size, which is really nice. It's a force interrupt when an enemy activates. Give it an additional boost card. So that's like, I remember looking at that, I was like, okay, I never gotten that before because I never played this module set, but I was like, that is pretty good. I feel like that's fine, right? Give him an additional boost card. If we're blocked with the ally, it's okay. And we'll get extra hand size. So handspring attached to Black Widow, otherwise attached to villain, so we give it to the Hood. Force interrupt whenever attached villain would take any amount of damage from an attack. We instead do that damage to the attacking character. So that could be rough. And then it's back to our turn. We draw a card with the Avengers Mansion. And then our whole plan is ruined now because the self-confidence is not a triple resource. It's a double because we have sustained less than 5 damage. We're not full life. So now we won't be able to do the Beast into Nick plan. We may still be able to, but we lose a lot more economy if we do that, right? So I think I'm contemplating what I should do. Should I play the Beast there and then recur the double, play Nick, but then to spend the Karmic Staff if I want to do that to play Nick? Or do I just play Nick and not play Beast? I'm trying to decide here. I don't remember exactly what I end up deciding to do, so we'll see what we want to do here. Ideally, we get the research generator and Karmic Staff and Beast and Nick down, but I think I'm just unable to do that because we got exhausted with the exhaustion. So it really messed up the plan for this turn. So I think I'm just like, okay, I need to get the resource generator down. So I want to prioritize Karmic Staff, and then I could just play Nick using the Karmic Staff to generate a wild resource, and then 3 more resources with 3 more cards in my hand. I'm just deciding what is the play there. Is it Beast or is it Nick? I think whichever one I play, I have to discard the other one because I don't think I draw into the triple again to be able to play that one. So I play the Karmic Staff. I can exhaust it to always generate a wild resource. So now we're really getting built out with Warlock with our economy, but still no Mystic Senses, which is really good for Battle Mage. So we're deciding, am I going to play Beast or Nick Fury? And what do we decide? I think I ended up deciding to wanting to play the Cosmic Ward. I'm not sure actually. So that new main scheme, stage 2B, if it hits 8, then it's going to advance, and the last one, if we lose that, then we lose the game. So we exhaust the Karmic Staff, generate a wild resource. This would be 3 more, so we can play Nick Fury. Okay, so we just draw 3 with Nick here. I'm sure is what I'll do. Whenever he enters play, we can choose one, and we always pick the one and draw 3. Not always, but I think it's the better play here. And then we got Tic-Tac-Toe, which is pretty good. So I think I'm going to use a resource to play the Soul World here and just have that down as reliable healing. So I'm trying to decide which resource to use. I toss Wasp as a resource so I can play Soul World. It's a 1-cost support. As a response, after your deck runs out, we can place a Soul counter on there. And as an alternate action, we exhaust Soul World and remove 1 Soul counter to heal all damage from your identity. So one of the best healing cards in the game. But if we don't deck out, we don't get any Soul counters, right? So we can't heal if there's no counters. We flip up to hero form, play Tic-Tac-Toe, 0-cost upgrade. This hero action, we spend 1 resource of any type to move a damage from a character to any space above. If there's 3 or more things in Tic-Tac-Toe, then we discard the card and we have to deal all the damage of it to an enemy. So I just played down for free here, and now we have a resource sink. So I'm probably going to toss the Karmic Blast here to heal with damage. And I'm deciding if I should heal Dazzler or Warlock. I think I just go with Warlock here. Yeah, so I spend a physical resource, move damage from Warlock, and put it on a physical line on the Tic-Tac-Toe. If we get 3 in a row, then we discard it, do all the damage to an enemy. I think I want to get back to 11 because I know I still have 1 more pool triple in my deck, and I want the triple to be unleashed as a triple. So we get up to 11 next turn, then we'll have the triple online. All right, so now we're deciding if I want to attack, and with the handspring, Nick will get taken out. I want him to just store for 2 from the main because I want him to stay alive to jump block. Dazzle with door for 2 from playing for keeps. She takes a consequent damage, and we just right back up. And I'm going to keep the playing for keeps in play here because I want the extra hand size because I'm a greedy player. And if we just block with allies, we don't worry about extra boost cards, right? So we get the villain additional boost with that effect with that side scheme, right? That's a really cool module. That's actually one of my favorite module sets after playing this game. I really, really like the decision making of like choosing to keep it in play to like get a extra boost card, but you get that +1 to your hand size, which is really nice. So I'm remembering here that I forgot to flip a stone with the Fin Gauntlet, so I flipped that here. And I don't believe it would change anything just because he didn't activate again. So we just remember to put the Soul Stone after he schemed with that scheme activation last turn. So because there were no stones in play, after he activates, we put the top card of the stone deck into play, which is the Soul Stone, which will heal 3 and give him a boost card. So we end our turn, we draw back up to our hand size of 6 with the Sorcerer's Supreme, and it's actually going to be 7 because of playing for keeps. So we have 7 cards in our hand here, which feels really nice. Yeah, I'm just like, wow, this feels so good. I like having 7 cards in my hand. Not even playing as Iron Man, right? We add 2 to the main because of the acceleration, and then the Hood is going to activate against us. He's going to attack us because we're in hero form. He gets an additional boost with that. He has his regular boost, so he's going to be hitting with 2 boost cards. Nick will block. And it's just going to be damage there, right? It's going to be 1, 2, 3, and then, yeah, just 3 damage on Nick Fury. Takes him out. No boost, not a lot of boost icons with that hit. All right, then we do a Soul Stone, so he's going to heal 3 life. His max life is only 16, so he just goes back to his full life healing for 1, back up to 16. Then Soul Stone deals us a face down boost card for the Hood, and then we discard it, put it in the Infinity Stone deck discard pile. All right, now we get that 1 face down counter card, which is Joystick. Okay, so that is the Thunderbolt minion from the Playing for Keeps module set there. And yeah, she's nasty. Just getting any Thunderbolt minion is pretty rough. There's 17 hit points there, so Sam is like the villain, more than the Hood on his stage too. Villainous victory 1, so she gets a boost card whenever she activates. So it's back to our turn. We draw a card with the Mansion into the Cosmic Ward here. And we're trying to figure out how we deal with Joystick because basically the Hood will activate and Joystick will activate, and then they all get additional boost cards, so they're both hitting for like potential like 5 to 10 damage, right? So we basically just need multiple allies to block every single round. I think I'm contemplating here how I should block with the allies. And then I'm probably complaining that Sunfire can't discard anything because we don't have any attachment with the text hero action to a proc Sunfire. And right now, what I really want to get down is that boot camp, because getting down boot camp there gives all my allies +1 attack. But the problem is it costs 3 to play, and I don't have a pull triple. So like, if I get that down this turn, I'm not really doing anything else this turn. I really want to get rid of joystick. So the plan here, I think, was to get rid of joystick in 2 turns. So I have to do like a decent amount of chunk this turn right here if I want to get rid of her, right? So we're just trying to play our hand and plan out what I want to do. I definitely want to play Psylocke as well because she can confuse the hood. So I'm really prioritizing like Psylocke and the boot camp. I'm like, if I do that, I can't really do anything else. I lose every other card in my hand. The Cosmic War would be nice to get upgrade that can cancel a Treachery as well, right? Because the encounter cards with the hood just get really nasty. We get the foul play, which we have been getting with that scheme activation. So I'm trying to decide what I should do here. And then I look at the one way or another. I'm like, oh, man, that wasn't an option for me to play, right? But we looked through the encounter discard power here, and I realized there is still a side scheme there, right? We don't have the Embroiled Ambition, and then we have Radioactive Man, his module set, and we have Black Widow's module set. Well, Radioactive Man's side scheme is this card right there, but Black Widow's side scheme must still be in that encounter deck. So we still have at least one side scheme because I see Black Widow in the discard pile, but not her corresponding side scheme, right? So if I one way or another, I can draw 3 more cards, possibly still play the boot camp, and still get a bunch of allies down to do what I want to do. So yeah, I just play the one way or another here. So max 1 per round as a hero action. We search the encounter for a side scheme. We get the Pride of the Red Room as a side scheme. Whenever you place an additional 1 threat enter for each prep card in play, there's 1 prep card with Handspring. So it's going to be 4 + 1, 5 threat there with the Amplify. And before we shuffle, I'm like, wait a minute, let me check what's left in the encounter deck. We have Crisis of Infinite Deadpools, Pale Low Spider, and another Handspring there. So just a bunch of the Black Widow cards, just because she was the last Mars that shuffled in there. So we shuffle up here the encounter deck. And then after we review that side scheme with the 5 threat, the Pride of the Red Room, then we can resolve the one way or another now, and then draw 3 cards. So hopefully we get a boost to what we need to do what I need to do this turn. So we draw 3 here. Looking for the pull triple. We did not get it. Okay. And then I think I forgot to put the 5 threat on the Pride of the Red Room. I think I remember in a bit. I remember right here. Awesome. Okay, so we have everything managed out with the board. And then now we have, I remember saying, I have 10 cards in my hand, guys. That's crazy. 10 cards in Adam Warlock's hand right now. Feels pretty nice, but no doubles because we spent all of them on turn 1. And then a no triple. We set 1 more in the deck. So it would be even better with the triples, right? I think Cosmic Awareness, I'm just like, this card, I'm not going to use it, right? I'd rather have the allies door to give us some board presence because we need the allies to also block for us because we need to take 2 hits from the hood. Because 1 from the hood and 1 from joystick, and then we get in a nasty encounter card. We may need more help, right? And they're hitting for so much because of the boost cards with that side scheme playing for keeps. And I remember thinking here, should I keep playing for keeps in play? And I'm like, yeah, let's just keep it in. We get that +1 hand size. I like having extra hand size, right? I like having more economy. So it's worth the risk to me of getting an additional boost card for each enemy that activates, right? So it's whenever any enemy activates, even a minion, if they don't have villainous, right? Joystick has villainous, so she gets at least 1 boost there, and then 1 for playing for keeps. If it's a regular minion, they'll just get 1. So we spend 2 to play Kalu, dig through our deck, look at the top 5 cards of your deck for an event after you play Kalu, and add that event to your hand. So we look through here, and we see the triple, but we can't add that to your hand. Mockingbird's great too, can't add it to your hand. So we add the cut upper as our only possible event to target. And we shuffle up our player deck here. So we know we're going to have a pretty good hand coming up. But I think there's only 6 cards left in the deck, so we are decking out here. So I'll just be drawing all the cards. I think I'm counting. Oh yeah, I got 6 cards, so I will definitely deck out. Because my hand size is 7, right? With the playing for keeps and Sorcerer Supreme. So we shuffle the player deck. Not that it matters. I don't think we're drawing more cards this turn. And then I'm just, man, it's tough to decide what to do because we have so many good cards I want to play here. And I really want to play that under surveillance, right? To increase the threat threshold of the main scheme because I don't want to let advance again. Because basically, if the hood gets any scheme activation off, there is a very high chance he'll just advance the main scheme, right? He has a base of 2 scheme plus 1, so scheme for 3. He has to amplify, so it's going to be at least 4. He's going to get another boost card, right, with the playing for keeps, so it's going to be at least 5. And any boost icons, right, could easily just pop the main scheme. He actually already has a boost face down there as well, right? So we really don't want to let him scheme. So I really want to prioritize playing the under surveillance here. I don't remember if I actually end up doing it though, so we'll see what I decide to do here. I'm looking at tic-tac-toe. I think what I want to do is I want to heal a damage from Dazzle with tic-tac-toe, so I need one resource for that because I want Dazzle to activate again this turn here. And I apologize, guys. I think this is my longest turn in this game. I spend forever trying to decide what to do because I really want to play Psylocke. I really want the boot camp, but then I know that under surveillance, Cosm War is really good, and so of course is the Mystic Senses. That's our last copy of that, so I just don't know what I should do here. And yeah, it's going to be a little bit long. I apologize for the wait. I'm just trying to decide here if I should play that under surveillance. I think in hindsight, what I think is the best play, I, I think I should end up doing this. I think I want to play the boot camp and Psylocke. No, I throw away Psylocke. Okay, so I throw away Psylocke. I play the boot camp. So all our ads have +1 attack right now because I need to put some damage on Joystick right here. That's one of my priorities. And then we use Battle Mage there. Discard a Justice card, remove 2 that from the scheme, and it will bypass the Confuse because it's not a Thor activation. Exhaust Karmic Staff, generate resource so we can play our Cosmic Ward. We have a 1-cost upgrade. And whenever we review a treachery as a force interrupt, so we have to trigger it, we discard the Cosmic Ward and cancel one of the effects of that treachery. We have to do it because it's a force interrupt. So whatever the next treachery is, we'll cancel. And I'm worried about getting the Crisis of Infinite Deadpools, which is why I prioritize playing that down. Sorry guys if I'm speaking a bit quick, I want to just keep up with the gameplay here. We tic-tac-toe here, discard a physical resource to move a damage from Dazzler to a physical line on tic-tac-toe. I hold on to the Mystic Senses here. Dazzler can now swing for 3 with Boot Camp. Kalu swings for 2 with Boot Camp, so 5 total damage. Gauntlet Joystick here, only 12 life left for her. Both odds will take a consequence damage. And Warlock here still has his activation. You can just Thor for 1 to remove the Confuse or attack for 1. What do I do? I exhaust 2, swing for 1. Okay, I don't care about the Confuse here because we just have allies Thor. So end of turn, ready back up. And we need to draw back up to 7 here. We have 6 cards left in the deck. So we just complete deck out there, yeah, with the Mystic Senses plus the 6 cards. So 7 hand size with playing for keeps and Source Supreme. We deck out, get a face down counter card here, so accelerate even further. And we need to shuffle up our player deck back into this grip out here. Oh, and I put a counter on Soul World. I always forget that one, but I remember this time. So after your deck runs out of cards, place a soul counter on Soul World, so we get 1 counter there. So if we ever do need to recover to flip down, we can heal back up to our full life thanks to Soul World there. So I'm feeling pretty good with that. We just got to shuffle up our player deck now. And then, yeah, we're going to pass it over to the Hood here. So it's going to be a pretty scary turn. I think if we survive this, we're pretty much in the clear. And let's see what happens. So we're done shuffling up. We have 7 cards in our hand. And then it's the Hood's turn. I'm excited about that pool triple there to play a White Tiger. If I heal for 1 with tic-tac-toe, that's synergy with this deck. We want to get back up to full life with tic-tac-toe, and then our triples are back online. So World also keeps us back to full life for us to keep the triples online. All right, we're going to add 2 to the main team when the Hood's turn begins. He's going to attack us here. So he gets 1 boost card with, because we are dealt him 1 Soulstone. He gets additional 1 with playing for keeps, and he gets his regular boost card. So it's going to be 3 boost cards here attacking us. We're going to block with Kalu. And let's check these boosts. So you may give the activating enemy additional boost card if you do draw a card. I love seeing that card. That was crazy. I was like very excited. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, I'll give him an extra boost. I get an extra card to my hand. Joystick is just so fun. And another one of the boosts is you're confused. If you are confused, place it on the main scheme. So we are confused, so we place it on the main scheme. We give him additional boost to draw a card, but now the Hood decks out. So we decks out, we get another permanent acceleration token to the main scheme. So +3 per turn now, right, with the double acceleration, plus the 1 regular increment. We shuffle up the encounter deck here. In case you guys cannot tell, I really dislike shuffling. I wish there was a way to automatically shuffle the cards so I don't have to do that like in the middle of a game, because sometimes it makes me forget the stuff I need to trigger, like the Infinity Gauntlet, for example, or like other stuff to manage with the board state. So the upkeep is a little bit difficult whenever I have to shuffle. So we're done shuffling there. Now we got to count the damage here from the Hood. So we have another, no, that's the encounter card that we got from decking out. Yeah, so we have 4 boost cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 with the Amplify, 12, 13 with the Hood and the Infinite Gauntlet. So 13 damage here. That's a Ruin the Accuser type of hit. Takes out Kalu. Thank you so much to Kalu for jumping away for Warlock, blocking that hit for us. Okay, then after the Hood activates, we get the Attack by the Stone deck into play with the Infinite Gauntlet, which is a time, so now it doesn't trigger yet, just comes into play. Now Joystick is going to attack us with Villainous, and with the playing for keeps, she gets an extra boost, and she has a force interrupt whenever she activates, which is right now. We have to choose one to either give her additional boost and draw a card, or give her tough. So I think we just take an extra boost here, right? So we have one boost normally with Villainous, one we're playing for keeps, one with our Force Interrupt. We're going to draw a card with that Force Interrupt and then have Dazzler block the hit. So it's going to be, with boost effect is review this card, the Hood's Pistol attached to the Hood, +1 scheme, +1 attack for him, which is not good for us. And then it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because of Amplify. And then the 1 attack with joystick. So 6 damage here takes out Dazzler. So yeah, joystick's 1 for 6, the Hood's 1 for 13. Very dangerous there if we don't have allies. But fortunately, we did have the jump blockers in this deck, Puppet Master. All right, we got our encounter card, Parallel Spire. It's a Treachery, so we cancel out the one remove effects entirely with the Cosmic Ward. We have to because it's a Force Interrupt. Last encounter card is Establish Dominance. Attach your identity. Force response after the Hood activates against you. Resolve Foul Play. As an alter ego action, we can exhaust your identity, place 2 threat on the main scheme to discard this card. So basically, every single time he activates, he gets Foul Play, which is really, really, really bad, right? Because remember, Foul Play is just surging, and we don't want that. So back over to our turn. We have like 9 cards in our hand now. We draw with the Mansion, so now we got 10 cards. And this time, we're going to have a way bigger turn because we have a pool triple resource, and we have a double resource in hand, right? Because we decked out already and we shuffled up. So we have a lot more to do here. So yeah, I'm deciding what I want to do. And this may take a little bit long as well. I apologize for that, guys. So what I'm thinking right now is Mockingbird stuns the Hood. If he's stunned, he won't ever activate, so he won't trigger the Established Dominance, because after he activates, he gets Foul Play, right? So we won't do Foul Play. We want to prevent him from doing Foul Play as much as possible here, right? So I'm trying to plan out how to do that. I'm considering Blindfold to help us look at the encounter deck as well, but I think if we just stun him, then that'd be really good, because then he won't activate. If he gets an activation with an encounter card, that would be unfortunate. So yeah, I'm trying to decide what I want to do here. So we Karmic Staff to generate a WAR resource, and I have no clue what I'm about to do. So I move damage from Adam Warlock to Hugh back up to 11 and put a damage on a, I think I do an energy line here, declaring the WAR resource from Karmic Staff to be an energy. Okay, so now we're back to full life. That's a triple resource now because we're at full life. So we can play White Tiger. Okay, so when we play White Tiger from hand, draw 1 card for the villain stage number. Villain stage number 2, so we draw 2 cards here. And we got Nick Fury. Okay, so Nick Fury is going to be pretty good with that double resource. So right now I'm trying to decide if I play Nick, I don't need to Mockingbird because Nick can block the hit, but I still want a Mockingbird because of the Established Dominance, right? Because if the Hood activates and we block with Nick, he'll still trigger Foul Play because he activated. So we need to Mockingbird to stun him to prevent the time from going off with the Infinity Gauntlet and also prevent Foul Play from going off with Established Dominance. So we spend 4 resources first, saving Mockingbird so we can play Nick Fury and draw more cards, see what we want to do here. So we pick Nick's effect when enters play, we choose one, we play 1 and draw 3. So 1, oh, there's a triple again, 2, 3. Okay, so triples feel so good with Adam Warlock because we're healing back to full level with the tic-tac-toe, and yeah, that triple resource there. Crazy good. So we just play Mockingbird here for just that 1 card. And we still have so much in hand, but our ally limit is only 3 right now because we don't have the Dietrich Skeleton in play, which is in the deck, but we haven't drawn yet. So we can't just play a bunch of allies here. We have to just play Mockingbird. I think we have to play her to prevent the Established Dominance to trigger Foul Play. I'm looking through my discard pile. I think I am considering Quantum Magicking the Cosmic Ward, because if we get unlucky and we get an activation with the encounter card, then we're going to stop it. So we play Mockingbird with the triple. She enters play. When she enters play, stun enemy. We stun the Hood, so now he won't trigger the Established Dominance or the Infinite Gauntlet with his activation because he won't activate, because stun will replace that attack. We spend 2 to play our Mystic Senses, our first one this game. So after we resolve Battle Mage, we can draw a card with the Mystic Senses. So get a lot more value with triggering Battle Mage now. So I think we're going to Battle Mage here. I'm trying to look at the resource in my hand if I have enough to do what I want to do. So I Battle Mage here, discard a Justice card. We can remove 2 that from a scheme, bypass the Confuse because it's not Thor activation. We take 2 off the main. And then we draw a card with the Mystic Senses here. Oh, did I forget to draw a card? I forgot to draw a card. Okay, so using Maria Hill as a resource to play Quantum Magic. Look to your discard pile for any card, add to your hand. We get the Cosmic Ward. And then we spend a resource to play the Cosmic Ward back down. So we have the upgrade to prevent a treachery. And I forgot to Mystic Senses there. I would have kept Maria Hill in my hand if I drew another card with the Mystic Senses. So this turn, we're okay staying in hero form because he will not trigger the Savage Dominance here. I can't get rid of it unless I flip down to Arc Eagle, but he's stunned. If he gets like an advance or a assault, we can Cosmic Ward it, cancel the next activation. So for sure, we will not get the Hood to activate against us here. so don't have to trigger foul play. White Tiger will swing for 3 with the boot camp on joystick. So 9 damage on joystick. And I remember talking to myself and thinking, I do not want to defeat joystick here because I want Nick to block the hit for us. So Nick will swing for 3. Mockingbird swings for 2, 5 more damage. So now there's 14 damage on joystick now. All the allies will take cost for damage. And it's perfect that she's not defeated yet. We don't actually want to defeat her in the second turn because we get more value than Nick if he's blocking versus just leaving for no reason, right? Because we have the hood stun already. So we need to activate with Warlock. I think I'm deciding if I should just attack for 1 or if I should just thwart to get rid of the Confused, and we get rid of the Confuser by thwarting. All right, that was a really good turn. So I think we're pretty much in control of this game now. And we enter turn ready back up. And then just making sure I have all the upkeep correct. So we're drawing up to hands of 7 because of playing for keeps and the Sorcerer Supreme. 7 cards here. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I love drawing up to 7, guys. Having more things to do and having more impactful turns is my favorite way to play. All right, and we got a double there, which is great. So we play Beast, he can get us a triple because we're still at full life. Beast is so much value with Warlock with the pool aspect. All right, because of the triples. We're going to add 3 to the main, goes up to 4 now because of the double celebration. Then the hood's going to attack us, but he is stunned. So that replaces the attack. Since he never activates, then Gauntlet will not go off. Stabilization Doms will not go off either. Then Joystick's going to attack us now. So I'm just making sure that I did everything right with the hood. I don't want to forget anything. Joystick hits us here with Villainous. So they get 1 boost card. Playing for keeps gives them another boost. They're forced to interrupt. We're going to give them another boost here so we can draw 1 card. So 3 boost cards here for Joystick, and then we draw a card. We're going to block with Nick Fury, of course. And then here will be the boost icon. So it's going to be boost effect, take 2 indirect damage. We'll put 1 indirect on Nick Fury and then 1 on Mockingbird. This happens before the attack goes through. So they both have 1 more damage. And Nick is still alive, so he can still block the attack. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 with the Amplify, and then 5. So 5 damage here from Joystick. Really swinging hard. But luckily, Nick is always there to block for us. So that ends the attack. And then we get dealt 1 face down counter card here, which is in advance. Okay, so perfect that I play the Cosmic Ward. The Who would have advanced the main scheme, and he would have triggered foul play like 2 more times because of Savage Dominance, right? And the next main scheme point of view, I believe, always triggers foul play. So luckily, Cosmic Ward cancels the advance, and then we're good to go here. Okay, that is perfect. All right, so I'm really glad that I played that Cosmic Ward down. And then it's back over to our turn here. So this time, I definitely do want to defeat Joystick. I exhausted Mansion to draw a card. There's a one or another, which is very tempting now to get in our side scheme to draw 3 more cards. But I don't know if that's what I want to do here. So we're just deciding once again what we want to do. And for sure, I think Beast is what we want to do. Because Beast will get us a pool triple. And a pool triple just goes crazy with us. And I need to end this turn in Alter Ego, right? Yeah, I need to end the turn in Alter Ego so I can exhaust, place 2 on the main scheme to get rid of the established dominance. So we battle mage here, discard a justice card to remove 2 from the main, and we can Mystic Senses after resolving battle mage to draw a card. We got the Cosmic Awareness, which I'm probably just not playing. So we're gonna spend 4 resources here, looking for what to spend. I think I used a double, Warlock's Cape, and Pip the Troll for 4. That will play Beast. When Beast enters play, search your deck and discard pile for any resource card add to your hand. We're going to get the pool triple here from a discard pile added straight to our hand. So we got self-control now. And we are full life, so the pool triple is a triple. And I want to get Psylocke down, I think, for Confused, so we can flip down here. So I'm planning to use those resources there for Psylocke. I want to just keep getting the Cosmic Ward in play, right? It's just so good. But I also want to play the Under Surveillance, right? Which will really just give us a breathing room to guarantee that that main scheme does not pop. So I think I'm deciding that I think for this turn, Cosmic Ward is better than Under Surveillance because if he gets the activation, like with the Treachery, we just cancel with the Cosmic Ward, which is going to be better than just allowing him to add more with Under Surveillance right now. So I can't afford the Under Surveillance, but I can afford the Cosmic, or I can't afford to play Cosmic Ward and Under Surveillance and Psylocke, but I should be able to do a 2 of the 3, so I decided to go for that. All right, now we're thinking how to kill Joystick. She has 3 life left, 14 damage, and then White Tiger would swing for 3. Because she has +1 attack with Boot Camp, giving all of our allies +1 attack. So we Karmic Staff to generate a wild resource. To move a damage, declare a wild to be a mental, move damage from White Tiger to tic-tac-toe, so she stays in play. She swings for 3, takes out Joystick here. Joystick has the victory keyword, so she gets removed from the game going into the victory display. So we won't get her back, but we still have Black Widow and Rare Activate in that encounter deck. Hopefully we don't get them out. White Tiger takes a consequent damage for activating. Mockingbird is going to swing for 2 with Boot Camp on the hood. Now we trigger Handspring, so when attached enemy will take MR damage from an attack. The 2 damage, we deal that damage to attack character instead. So Mockingbird hits herself for 2, and then she gets taken out here, which is fine. She only had 1 life left. And we want to play another ally, right? Yeah, we want to play Psylocke, so we want to get rid of her first. 4 resources, because self-control is a triple resource, because we're at full life. So we can play Psylocke here. And a Psylocke enters play with 2 psionic counters. As an interrupt, before the attack goes through, when Psylocke attacks, we can remove a counter to confuse the enemy and do 1 damage to it. So we just swing here on the hood for 1, interrupt, remove a psionic counter. So it's going to do 1 damage with her ability, and then confuse the hood, and then Psylocke's actual attack of 1 will go through. That'll bring the hood from 15 to 14. And I'm realizing now on the rewatch, she should have done 2 damage, right, because of boot camp. But I forgot that. I don't think it would have changed anything, but we should have put the hood at 13 life here. All right, then it's still our turn. I need to flip down and get rid of the Savage Dominance here. So I use the Quantum Magic as a resource to play Cosmic Ward. So if he gets an advance or like another scheme activation, we can stop it. It's a Force Interrupt. We can do it in alter ego in hero form. Beast is going to Thor for 2, clear off the main. He'll take a consequential damage. And then we need to use our basic activation, right? Because we're ready with Warlock. I'm not really going to do too much. I don't want to throw out the playing for keeps here. I'm trying to decide what I should do. I think I decided, oh wait, I forgot. We need to just use Savage Dominance, right? With exhaust identity in alter ego. So we exhaust there, place 2 threat on the main scheme, and then we can discard it. Yeah, I forgot about that. Which is fine, because Warlock is not really using his basic activation for anything anyways. The way that I like to play him, I just like to play a bunch of allies to do stuff for him and have the make senses for him to battle mage, right? So we get the Thunder confused, we're fine. We're holding to Under Surveillance in our hand, ending our turn, ready back up, draw back up to hands of 7, because our alter ego hands is a 6 plus 1 with the playing for keeps, right? So keeping on to the 7 hand size. I think I decided here I'm just going to keep the playing for keeps in play the rest of the game, because it's helping me more than it's hurting me, because we're preventing the hood from scheming, so he doesn't get any extra boost cards, and then when he attacks, we just block with ally. Hood's turn, he's going to add 3 to the main, goes up to 5 now. So he gets 1 scheme, it's done. It's going to pop to stage 3. He's going to scheme, but he's confused. Does not trigger the Infinity Gauntlet or a Time Stone because he never activated. Then we get an encounter card, which is Energy. I can't pronounce that. Attach a joystick, otherwise give to the villain. Their attacks gain piercing and +1 attack for the hood. As a hero action, we can have the hood attack us, and then after the attack, we can discard and draw a card. So I remember saying here, I'm just going to keep that in play. Piercing doesn't matter. Our only tough in the deck is Pip the Troll, which I haven't even played yet. So I think I'm okay with the hood having +1 attack and piercing. All right, so it's back over to our turn. And we're going to Mansion here, draw a card. And just decide. Yeah, we have 8 cards in our hand, right? So always trying to decide what to do. It's pretty difficult to decide. Maybe having the extra hand size is not that good, because decisions aren't as clear. But then we need it here against the hood with the Infinity Gauntlet and with the Thunderbolt module sets. He's really tough with those nasty minions there, which are essentially like the life of like a stage of a villain, and the Infinity Gauntlet, right? So we flip up to hero form, decide there's nothing else for us to do in alter ego. And then I have 1 card left in my deck, I think. So if I miss a sense, I'm going to deck out. So I don't want to miss a senses yet. I want to play everything and get stuff in my discard pile that I want to be in there, right? So for example, the resource cards, I want them to be in my discard pile before we deck out. And I'm just trying to figure out what to do. So I spend a double to play the Mist Census. So it's perfect. I get the double in my discard, and I get my 2nd copy of the Mist Census in play. So now after I battle mage, I can draw 2 cards. So it's going to be really good. We have the pool triple. So I want to play Triskel in here, but I was like, wait a minute, I want to get some of my allies back into my discard pile. And if I can do that, I want to get Psylocke back in the discard pile because I want to play her back down again. So I want to max out on my ally limit right now and take advantage of that. Because if I get 4 allies in play, I have to immediately discard 1. So spend the triple to play Under Surveillance, which will increase the target threat by the main scheme by 4. So now we have the triple in our discard pile, and now the main scheme will advance at 12 instead of 8. So a lot more breathing room against the hood here, who's adding 3 threat every single turn when the villain phase begins. Then I think I just can't play the Triskel, so we spend Spargo as a resource. And then, what am I doing? I think I was gonna play Triskel actually, but I think if I just get it back in my discard pile, I just draw it back up again, so it's okay. Usually it's a pretty key card for the deck, but I think we're okay here. So we have Psylocke activate first. She's gonna swing and use her silent counter. So it's gonna do another Confuse, and then 1 damage with that, and another 1 with our attack. But once again, I forgot about the boot camp. We should have done an extra damage, so the hood should actually be at 10 life here. And then now that Psylocke is out of her counters, she has 1 hit point left, so she's still in play. But I want to get her back to my discard pile, so I spend 2 resources here so I can play Sunfire. When he enters play, you may spend an energy resource. Let's go ahead and do that. Or first, we max our ally limit, so we must discard immediately, so we discard Psylocke because we only have 3 allies. So now she's back in discard here, which is great. Then we play Sunfire from your hand, we spend energy, we declare the WAD from Karmic Stack to be energy, discard an attachment with the text hero action. So we get rid of the Hood's Pistol there. Give him the +1 scheme plus attack, so he doesn't have that anymore. So just getting his stats down a little bit. And then now I think I miss Extensus here. Or Battle Mage, I mean. So I want to get White Tiger also back in discard because she's really good here. So she's going to swing for 3 on the hood, bring down to 9 life, +1 attack with the boot camp. And then we're going to Battle Mage here. So we discard Justice card. Remove 2 threat from a scheme, drops the man from 5 down to 3. And after we do that, we can trigger our Mystic Senses and draw 2 cards. So after we use Battle Mage, right? So we're going to draw 1 here. We deck out with the Karmic Blast. We get a face down counter card, and now we got to do the shuffle stuff again. So let's shuffle up. Maybe I need like an automatic shuffle or something. I don't know. So we're just shuffling up here, and then we're going to probably just use the resources for the tic-tac-toe, whatever we draw, and the Karmic Blast. So shuffle, 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 shuffle. And then we draw 1 more card, which is, oh man, I'm shuffling a lot. Okay, which is, ooh, the strength of double. Okay. Oh yeah, and I remember I just played the Karmic Blast here for the double. So here action attack, do 4 damage to enemy, discard up to 4 cards from top of your deck, and do 1 additional damage for each aspect card, each different aspect card discard this way. So we got 1, 2, 3. The pool aspect is an aspect card here. So we're gonna do 4 plus 3, so 7 damage to the hood. Actually, he should actually only have 7 life there, guys. So we should have actually flipped him there. I don't think it would have changed anything. No, it would have added another set aside monster set. I don't think it would have changed anything else though, because with it cost more to prevent everything. But yeah, I think we're checking what he would have been here, and his one review is just to add that 1 set aside monster set. So he does not trigger foul play. He just gets another monster set into the encounter deck. And I'm deciding here that I don't want to flip him, so I messed up there because of the boot camp. So I should have done actually more damage. Maybe I wouldn't have discarded the full 4 cards with the attack event from Adam Warlock there. But yeah, that's a mistake there, guys. I apologize for that. I should have actually flipped the hood there because we should actually have 2 more damage on him. So Beast Thors for 2 here. I don't think it would have changed too much though. And then we Thor for 1, clear off the main entirely. We gave Beast a consequent damage, and then we enter turn ready back up, just keeping Sunfire up here. Because Sunfire can flip the hood next turn, I think is what I am doing. So I'm deciding here that I want to just keep that in play, the playing for keeps, and try to end it next turn with big burst damage because Adam Warlock with this pool aspect deck can do tons of damage in a single turn because of the tic-tac-toe. Yeah, we have Nick, we have Karmic Blast, so I think we definitely have the kill shot here if we can just survive 1 more turn. So it's back to the hood's turn. He's going to add 3 to the main. But I'm confused too, so if he gets an advance, I mean, he won't be able to pop it. Then he's going to attack us. Beast will block the hit. Okay, so he gets his regular boost. The attack does have piercing because of the energy card, and playing for keeps gives him an additional boost. So 2 boost cards here. It's going to be, we can give him additional boost to draw a card. Let's do it. So give him another boost, and we draw a card. So it's going to be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 damage here on Beast. Yeah, Hood is swinging hard. And Beast takes the hit for us, fortunately. If he didn't, we would just die with our 11 life. Then after the Hood activates, we trigger the Time Stone there. So it's card top 4 cards of deck. For each resource, or for each card type discarded, we add down the main. So we have resource, event, and upgrade. So 3 different card types, put 3 in the main. Goes from 3 up to 6. 6 out of 12 because under surveillance, so we're okay. Then we discard the Time Stone, put in the Infinity Stone discard pile. Then it's going to deal with an encounter card for a total of 2. First one is Upper Hand. It is a Treachery. So he would attack us and do foul play. Cosmic War cancel the treachery there. So Cosmic War really coming in really clutch here this game. And then we got our Obligation, Regeneration Cycle. You may flip to Arc Eagle and exhaust Warlock to remove this card from the game, which I think we just do. Yeah, so we just exhaust. We don't need our activation anyways. That's removing the game. And it's back over to our turn. All right, so I am planning on flipping the hood here. So I think we just Mansion, draw a card, Mockingbird, which is normally great here for this scenario, but I don't even think we need her, guys. All right, once again, having 10 cards again for like a third turn. I don't know what to do because there's so many cards. Nothing to do in Alter Ego, so I flip up to Hero Form. And then I'm thinking that I just want to play Nick here for damage, right? We just go for damage. So I think I just have Sunfire swing for 3 with Boot Camp on the hood. I bring from 2 all the way down to 0 and flip him over to his third and final stage. His one review is to choose one set aside Mars set at random. So we have 1, 2, 3 more Mars sets, no, 4 more. So we're gonna roll the die. I think we say we do 1, 2, it's gonna be the first one, 3, 4, second one. So we got 3, we got 4. So it's gonna be second Mars set, which will be Moonstone. It doesn't really matter, I think. Oh no, I think we just roll 4 for the Songbird. So I think we just do 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I shouldn't have changed that up. I should have just had one consistent way of doing that. But yeah, I don't think it would have mattered. It's just like one or the other for Thunderbolts. So we're gonna shuffle up that in with the hood's one reviewed. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the hood because of the constant shuffling with his one reviewed each time we add a module set. And then the upkeep and cleanup is not my favorite there. So we did his one review. He's gonna have 18 life here. Not a lot of life, so we can pretty quickly burst this guy down. Fixing everything up to make sure everything's neat so you guys can kind of see things better. Sunfire take a constant damage after attacking. All right, so now we're looking for a hand. And we use a triple resource here because we're still at full life, so we can play White Tiger. Now White Tiger draws 3 cards because it's on stage number 3. So we get to draw 3 here with White Tiger. Super good effect. Now she's like Moon Girl level good, right? On stage 3, so villains. Draw 3, draw into another pool triple here, which just goes crazy with Warlock. So yeah, we're just playing out. I'm gonna play Nick. I don't even need to draw cards. I can play 2 Cosmic Blasts after that. So we use Battle Mage, spend a physical resource, and then do 2 damage to enemy. Brings us from 18 to 16, and then we can trigger double Mystic Senses and draw 2 cards because we triggered Battle Mage. Just getting more resources in our hand here. And Warlock is so fun, so good. So we spend 4 resources right there with the pool triple. So we can play Nick Fury. We can just play choose one. We're gonna pick the one to do 4 damage to enemy this time. So 4 on the hood because we do not need more resources. This is down to 12, and Nick will take, or Nick will be right up with White Tiger. Both the odds will swing with Boot Camp. They both do 3 damage each, so 6 damage brings the hood from 12 down to 6. They'll both take a consequential damage. And then still tons of resources right here. We have 8 cards left in hand still after doing Nick Fury and White Tiger because they just refund their cost, right? So now I'm just gonna play 2 Karmic Blasts. So the hood is confused. Just making up some space to play the cards. 2 resources to play a Karmic Blast. Here I should attack 4 damage and discard the top 3 cards of your deck, or up to top 4. So we pick off 4 here for this one. I don't want to deck out just because I don't want to shuffle again, so we just do 4. And it's a Justice card and an Aggression, so we'll get +2. So we're going to do 6 damage here on the hood. And that brings him from 6 all the way down to 0. And we have defeated here the hood on Expert. But I want to do some overkill damage, so let's see how much more damage we can do, right? Let's beat up the corpse of the hood. So I spend 2 more resources here to play a second Karmic Blast. I'm just going to discard 1 card from top of my deck, which is Distress Skeleton because I don't want to reshuffle. So it's an aspect card, so we get +1. It's going to do 5 damage here, so 5 overkill here on the hood. And then we can use Tic-Tac-Toe, spend an energy resource to move a damage from Sunfire to an energy line. Still not 3 in a row though. Spend a Mental Tic-Tac-Toe again because we don't have to exhaust it. Move damage from White Tiger to a mental line. Then we're going to Karmic Staff, generates a WoW, declare the WoW to be a mental. Move damage from Nick Fury to the mental line. Now there's 3 or more in the line, so we discard Tic-Tac-Toe, blow it up, do all damage on it to an enemy. 7 damage on the hood for a total of 12 overkill damage there. So we're able to do, his life was 18 plus 12, so 30 damage there on that final turn. And Sunfire swung for 3, so we've been 33 damage here. Big burst here to take down the hood. On expert mode, playing with the Infinite Gauntlet and the Thunderbolt module sets there. So yeah, thank you guys so much once again to all channel members for all of your support and for voting and for helping decide the villain and the hero. Yeah, I had a ton of fun playing this game. It was definitely very difficult with the wheels lined up, but Warlock can definitely pull through here. Yeah, so we're just talking about how good the Cosmic Ward here was, canceling very essential treacheries, like advances and activations, right? Those treacheries. So we want trigger foul play. I hope you guys all enjoy this one, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.